The Consumer Affairs Minister can also intervene in the discussion and apprise the House on what his price monitoring division in particular and his ministry in general has done to monitor, control and contain prices of essential commodities. It would definitely add value to this discussion, sir. Sir, I would like to thank the Honourable Speaker for permitting me to take up the discussion on price rise, which is really hitting the common man. It is a double whammy for the poor and the middle class. First, they suffered due to the pandemic, and now the skyrocketing of essential commodity prices. Running inflation and hike in fuel prices are adding fuel to the fire, sir. Sir, I hope that manthan of this debate will give Amrit in the form of suggestions, and I'm confident that the Honourable Finance Minister and Consumer Affairs Minister would take them in good spirit and act on them to rein the prices of essential commodities, which are really pinching everyone, sir. I tried to analyze, with my limited knowledge, the main reasons behind the rise in prices of essential commodities and found unabated increase in the price of petrol and diesel are the main reasons, followed to some extent by the Russia-Ukraine armed conflict. It is not just the common man, but even small businesses like restaurants, food joints, hotels and others that are also suffering. There is substantial increase in prices of fuel, vegetable, chicken, edible oil, fruit, gas, etc. And small-time restaurants cannot increase the price of food items. If they do, they lose customers, and if they don't, they're incurring losses. Such is the situation, sir. They are in a paradox. So for all these ills, I feel the only solution is to bring the petrol and diesel under the purview of GST, sir. This is my first suggestion to the Honourable Finance Minister. Sir, inflation is hovering more than 7%. Much more than the RBI's threshold limit of 6%. For many months now, the CPI has been hovering around 8.5%, and the WPI registered 16% in May. The inflation is nothing but taxation without legislation, sir. I agree with the Finance Minister that price is a global phenomenon, and India cannot be insulated from this. I also agree to some extent when the Finance Minister says that the Russia-Ukraine conflict also disrupted supply chains and resulted in increase of prices. This is true, but at the same time, inflation is majorly caused due to two reasons. One is demand pull inflation, and the other one is cost push inflation. The former can be controlled with reducing money supply or increasing prices through taxation. But when it comes to the latter, the measures needed are to increase the supply to meet the demand, which is not happening. And with floods in almost every part of the country, this will further worsen in the coming days. I would like to know from the Honourable Finance Minister the details of monetary, fiscal, administrative and price control measures taken by her and the RBI to control the inflation. This is my second point, sir. Sir, my next point is on containing retail prices. As per the existing system, retail prices are fixed by market forces, and people think that the government has a limited role to check spike in an unacceptable price rise. This is not true, sir, not fully true. Look at the legal metrology packaged commodities rules. It has a provision to fix the retail price of essential commodities if the prices of which go up, and now retail prices have shot up abnormally. It is not applicable to just packaged commodities, but also applicable to loose items sold in retail market. So I suggest the Honourable Finance Minister and also Consumer Affairs Minister to take proactive steps and fix the retail price for essential commodities for a certain period of time in the interest of consumers. Sir, I just have two more minutes and I'll conclude, sir. Sir, vulnerable sections of the society are suffering with high prices of commodities right from vegetables, pulses, oil, milk and whatnot. But to rein in high prices, we have one more mechanism, that is market intervention system, sir. The objective of this scheme is to intervene and to stabilize the prices in the market and to ensure that shortages do not adversely impact the consumers. So the House would like to know, and the country would like to know, what interventions the Government of India has made through the market intervention schemes to stabilize prices and whether such initiatives have given good results. Sir, it is not just the market intervention scheme. We also have the price stabilization fund to tackle inflationary trends. So what the ministry has done to implement this to deter speculative and hoarding of essential commodities may also kindly be explained to the House. The next point I wish to make is relating to GST imposed on curd, buttermilk, lassi, atta, rice, etc. from the 18th of this month. Sir, you know that the GST collections are breaking records and giving huge revenue to the government. By imposing 5% on these items, how much extra could we possibly earn, sir? Secondly, look at the message that we are giving to the poor by imposing GST on these items to garner a few crores of rupees, sir. So I appeal to the Honourable Finance Minister and to the government to remove the GST on packaged or prepackaged items, which will give a sigh of relief to the common man.
Fine.
Oil is also an essential item in the kitchen, sir, whose prices have also gone up. And to address this, the government of India has allowed duty-free import of 20 lakh tons of crude soybean and crude sunflower.
Yes.
I feel this quantity is not enough, sir. Hence, I request for increasing the quantity by 20 lakh more tons with duty-free, which will further soften prices of edible oil in the country, sir. Sir, my last point, I've seen in some reports recently that says that India has 0% chance for recession, sir. Sir, with the global recession already underway in some regions, and which is quickly spreading to other parts of the world, how will India be immune to such a global recession? May kindly be explained, sir.
Thank
and
you.
if we are not immune, what is the financial impact on India, and what are we going to do to prepare for this? And how will this global recession impact the inflation in India further? Thank you, sir, for giving me the time. And
Thank you.
I look